What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Bonnie and this is my channel where I talk about all things lifestyle and DIY. So if you're interested in either of those, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on those notifications. Today I'm going to share with you guys a quick DIY tutorial for some Christmas home decor using some driftwood that we found at the beach. So I took Landon and Adrian to try and find some pieces of driftwood so that I could do this DIY project, and I found these three that I will take home with me and see which one I will use. And then I also needed a lot of little sticks or smaller sticks. So I walked along the beach and I found a whole bunch of them to make some other DIY items. So in my house, I have this blank wall that has nothing on it. It's right in front of the kitchen island. So I'm doing dishes and looking out into the living room. This wall is just a big blank wall. I used to have a deployment wall on there for when Twan was gone, but I took that down because it was just a bit too busy. So now I'm gonna throw on a DIY Christmas decor project. The first thing that I did was I took this piece of driftwood because I thought it was going to be the perfect size, and I sanded it down to get it a little more smoother. And then I went ahead and I sanded down the smaller pieces of wood as well to kind of get like those chippy, flaky pieces of the wood off. I then brought all of the little pieces of wood inside because I was going to make some mini Christmas trees out of these pieces of wood. So all I'm doing is I'm just snapping a couple of pieces apart, and then I'm going to create a DIY mini Christmas tree out of these wood pieces. And this is where I realized that I did not even turn on my hot glue gun. Alright, now we can get started. So all I'm doing is I'm placing small pieces of wood, different sizes, different colors, different styles, all of the above, and I'm hot gluing it onto a single piece of wood to create some mini DIY Christmas trees. Honestly, I think these would be really cute decor for other things other than what I'm using them for, possibly even DIY ornaments, but you'll see what I'm going to use them for in a little bit here. I was going to add one more piece at the very top, but I felt like it was going to be better if I just left it that way, so then it looked like the tree actually had a point to it. You could also add like a pom-pom to the top if you wanted to decorate the tree a little bit, or add like a little star, but I decided to leave it bare just to keep it very simple. And then I'm going to go ahead and repeat this again for a second little tree. There is really no method to it, you just have to make sure that each stick you break is slightly smaller than the last one. Now I'm going to be adding some greenery to this little decor thing that I'm making, and I kind of felt like just having the little green pieces of the pine tree or whatever you want to call this by itself was a little too bare, so I wanted to kind of give it a little more dimension, or I don't know what you want to really call it, but I added a piece of wood or a little stick behind it. And then I went ahead and I glued two of them together to kind of give it a different, fuller look. So I went ahead and I used some fishing line and I strung the stick up onto the wall just using a screw, and now I'm going to start adding all of the little decoration and ornaments. Honestly, this looks nothing like when I had it laid on the floor, but it kind of gave me a visual to see what I was looking at and how I wanted it to be laid out. I do recommend that if you're going to have the middle part be the longest part, that you possibly start with that ornament first and then work your way out to make sure everything is nice and evenly spaced. But I kind of just went with it and started placing things randomly. And I really like this because I feel like you can use this decoration with the whole driftwood thing for other seasons other than Christmas. And then I went ahead and I cut off all of the excess pieces of fishing line to give it a nice clean look. I really think this is fun because you can totally use whatever you have laying around the house, which is kind of what I did aside from the driftwood, and then I made those mini DIY trees. So this is how it turned out, and honestly I'm super in love with it. I did add a few pine cones after I filmed this, so I think it looks much more fuller and I really like how it all looks together. But like I said, you can totally do different things other than what I used for what you guys have laying around the house for a really quick and simple, fun DIY Christmas decor item. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.